Well, hello everybody, chasing up New 80's Revolution Cave. Here we are on a, what is it, Thursday today, isn't that right? Thursday. Last couple days we've been doing a lot of LJN stuff. That has brought, ever since the Mattel JN WWE Superstars figures came out, and I made my first video about them. You know, the 40 years in the making video. I've gotten 43 subscribers. And lots of views. So I think that's where it's at. I think the LJNs are kind of going to be where it's at. And, you know, the ring is still sitting here. I haven't put the steel cage back on it and pushed it up against the wall for display. So I think we can probably count on the doors to the arena opening up again. Why not? Gives me some immaturity to enjoy. Get ready. People who are new subscribers to the channel, you go look up PACW on the channel. You'll see what I'm talking about. A little while back, I made a video about the Christmas spirit in the house. I'm just eating Sour Patch Kids while I'm talking. That's professional. Made a video about the lack of Christmas joy in the house, and nothing's changed. Unfortunately, it is not the same. But you know, I'll make the best of it. My little Finn bar. He's got it. You know, he's pumped up. Liam has drastically changed since he hung out here on the channel. Even months ago, even 6 months ago, he's changed a great deal. 13. He'll be 14 in 6 months. He just kind of like, he's just too cool for school these days. Whatever. I'm going to deal with it. And then just the overall dynamics of the house, you know, totally sucks. But we have our trip coming up in 10 days. And we usually become 4 completely different people on that trip. So that's good, I guess. So the other night, we were all sitting around, the kids and I, and I put on 80's Christmas commercials. And they've watched me watch 80's commercials before. But I put on some pretty specific, I put on specifically 80's Christmas commercials that aired likely starting in late November, I would assume. And the commercials jumped right in. I mean, they jumped in with the E.T. Atari game commercial where E.T.'s dressed up like Santa and he's waddling through the living room and he gets the present from under the tree, and Cabbage Patch Doll commercials, and some toy commercials, but just like even the even like the candy commercials, or well, here, take a look. I'll play maybe 10 minutes of commercials, and then we'll come back and talk about them. Check this out.
Wake up, toys, or you're gonna miss Christmas Eve with the Kodak disc. Someone got the family a Kodak disc. Just look at all the shots they're not gonna miss. There's never been a time that's better than this to give someone the Kodak disc.
Give someone the Kodak disc camera this Christmas, and if they don't think it's the easiest camera they've ever used, Kodak will give you your money back, money back.
So when you go out and shop, just remember to stop.
Shh, and get someone the Kodak disc.
There's a place where Christmas dreams come true. The Kmart Toy Store, where the Turnip Seeds collection is on sale. Look for the Turnip Seeds telephone that gives sounds and messages, the cassette radio, which actually plays music, and Sewmate, the sewing machine that seems like the real thing.
I got a feeling I'm gonna get something really good this Christmas.
Kmart, we've got it, and we've got it.
Videotape.
Dear Santa, how are you? Oops. Oh. My little brother Joey asked me to write you. He's only 5. Here are a few things he hopes you'll bring the family this Christmas. Grandma helped with everybody's sizes. We've grown a lot since last year. Oh yeah, favorite colors. Grandma, yellow. Joey kind of likes green. And me. Santa, you're not gonna believe what Joey wants. Baseball cap, sleeping bag, a sled, a bike, make it red, and a drum. Mom says you can leave out the drum. Santa, Joey knows that Christmas is more than gifts and stuff, and that giving is more important than getting. I guess little kids forget that sometimes. Well, Merry Christmas, Santa. Your friends, Joey.
You think he'll miss the sleigh? Nah, he didn't last year.
Of all the places to shop for Christmas toys, the place to save is Target.
Hey, somebody hit the lights.
This week, save on the Trivial Pursuit Baby Boomer Edition, only $15.82. And Dragon Walker from Masters of the Universe is now just $12.92. So for all kinds of toys at prices to fit even the smallest of budgets, the place to save is Target. Shop extended holiday.
On the first day of Christmas, I left the Hallmark store with a stuffed toy named Rodney Reindeer. On the next day, I bought Rhonda, and then I added more.
Now 5 to the song of 4, dance with Rhonda. Hallmark, thank you.
3 floppy toys, 2 girls and boys, 1 more for the treat, and a stuffed toy named Rodney Reindeer.
Give Rodney and Rhonda reindeer this Christmas. They're only at Hallmark.
Yeah, I love those. I love those so much. So why are they different? Why do they impact us the way that they do? I think like anti-nostalgia people, overly analytical internet commenters are going to be like, it's nostalgia. That's all it is. If it felt better back then, and it really wasn't any different. The world still sucked back then, but you're just nostalgic for it. And, if they had cartoons or Christmas commercials from the 50s, we'd be. I don't think so. I don't think it's just nostalgia. I think nostalgia plays a huge part of it. But as we have coined on the channel, or AI coined for us the terms retro solace, I think that those commercials bring us retro solace. The overwhelmingly warm feeling of who we were back then, what we were experiencing, what we were feeling. And that doesn't exist. It does not exist. The world has changed so much that retro solace does not exist anymore. Or it won't exist going forward, meaning my children will certainly have memories of Christmas, but they won't be, it just won't be the same because people have changed, right? So you look at those commercials and I think like the sincerity in those commercials, I don't think it's acting, right? I entirely. I think children were different. I think families were different. I think there was more peace. I think there was more love. I think there was more genuine excitement for life. There weren't, I don't know. There weren't school shootings. There wasn't road rage. There wasn't heroin overdoses. There wasn't fentanyl. There wasn't, police body cams. There wasn't, we didn't have access into everybody's lives. We didn't have 2 gazillion things to take our attention away from home. We were doing more things as a family. We were living with peaceful minds. And yes, I'm only looking at it through children's eyes. But there's nobody that's going to convince me that life was just as bad in the 80s as it is in 2025. You're not going to convince me of that. You're not. I know that parents had bills, and I know that things. I get it, but nobody will ever convince me that life was just like it was now. That everybody had the same problems. That's just not true. We didn't have the same problems. We had problems, I'm sure, but not the same. So when I watch those commercials, yes, it's nostalgic, but it also creates a solace, remembering who we were back then and what life felt like. And I can guarantee you, if I was, let's see, that was 40 years ago, right? So if I was, if I was 89 years old, I'd be sitting here saying the same thing. I would be saying, boy, when I was 49 in 1985, life was just better. Life was just easier. We didn't have all these crazy gadgets. You didn't have to sit in a drive-through window for 36 minutes to get yourself a $7 cup of coffee. I guarantee you I would be. I guarantee you I would have enjoyed the 80s as an adult just as much as I did as a kid. Guarantee you. So I think when we watch those commercials, I think we believe the genuineness of what's going on in those commercials. I believe the genuineness of all of those 80s commercials. I do. Right? Grandparents were different in the 80s. Parents were different in the 80s. Our day-to-day activity, our hour-by-hour activities were different. Our entertainment was different. Our access to knowledge and news and updates, minute-by-minute updates, didn't exist. I've said this before. Our brains today are absolutely overloaded with everything. Everything. And in my opinion, if your brains are less loaded as they were back then you can savor life. You can enjoy life. You can experience and enjoy the newness of things. You can get excited about things because you're seeing them for the first time. Right? So I think that's what it comes down to. I truly believe the genuineness of those commercials. I don't think those were. I think the stuff that we saw in those commercials was as close to legit as possible. The stuff we see today is garbage, and unfortunately, it is. The stuff we see today in commercials, the attitudes that we see in commercials is legit for 2025. Anyway, so I wanted to just show off some of those commercials and pine and yearn for those days as Christmas starts to change. We'll see. It's still very early. The trip, again, will be great for everybody. The trip will be awesome. That'll be good and happy. But then I don't know what we're coming home to. We come home to the same old crap. And then everybody will be on their best behavior like a week before Christmas, and we'll all be excited about that. And then it starts to go back again. So, we'll see. We'll see. Back to LJNs. John Cena should be coming soon. And I'm probably going to play the first round or play all of the tag team title tournament until the finals. And I might want to share the finals with you. Just got to convince myself to embarrass myself. We'll see you next time. Good night now.